Few things hurt more after a breakup than finding out that your ex is dating someone else. Because in that moment, it doesn't just feel painful, it feels personal. And your mind immediately starts to race. Did they replace me? Do they love this person more than they ever loved me? Was I that easily replaceable? Did I lose my chance forever? And what makes this even harder is that your nervous system doesn't experience this like a simple disappointment. It experiences it like emotional danger. So if you recently found out that your ex is seeing someone else, I need you to slow things down for a moment so that today we can talk about the calm strategy and approach so that you can maximize your chances of success. We're not going to discuss the competition strategy or the manipulation strategy, the calm strategy. Hello, my name is Coach Adrian, and I am a breakup and reconciliation coach. Welcome back to the Ex Back Playbook, a series about secure, calm reconnection strategies that actually work. I would like to tell you a little bit about Brandon, who found out through Instagram, through a photo actually, that his ex Ava was seeing someone else because he saw a picture of Ava smiling besides another man. And the second he saw that, his entire emotional state completely collapsed. He was shattered. He stopped eating, he stopped sleeping, and he started to obsessively check social media. Everywhere he looked, he searched for clues. Are they serious? Are they happier? How long has it been going for? And eventually, he became consumed by constant comparison. This is very important. When your ex dates someone new, your brain immediately tries to answer one question. What does this mean about me? And that's where the suffering starts to deepen, because suddenly their new relationship becomes tied to your worth. Now, here's the thing that I need you to understand. Someone dating someone new does not automatically mean that they stopped caring about you, or that the relationship meant nothing, or even that reconciliation is not possible. People enter new relationships for many different emotional reasons. Sometimes it's because of genuine connection, but sometimes it's because of emotional relief, or a distraction, or loneliness. Sometimes it's an attempt to escape grief. And that's precisely why reacting impulsively usually will backfire, because panic cannot read emotional reality very clearly. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake that people make in this situation. They compete emotionally. Subtle posts, trying to look happier, indirect messages, trying to show your worth. But the truth is that attraction is not rebuilt through performance. It's rebuilt through an emotional experience. And emotional stability is far more attractive than emotional panic. I want to ask you a sincere question. What hurts you the most right now? Is it the fear that they replaced you? Or is it the fear that they may never come back? And I genuinely want to hear from you in the comments section so that I can help you with the next steps based on your emotional reality. Because those fears create very different emotional behaviors. Brandon, at first, was very reactive. Every decision came from a place of urgency, and it created pressure. But eventually, he made a very important shift. He stopped asking, how do I stop them from moving on? And he started asking, how do I become emotionally stronger regardless of the outcome? And that subtle shift changed everything, because his calmness created emotional clarity. Now, I want to clarify something important right now. This calm strategy does not mean pretending not to care. It means that you stop allowing fear to control your behavior. Because when fear leads, people often overreach, contact way too much, they overanalyze. and unintentionally keep pushing their ex further and further away. Now, here's another difficult truth. Sometimes rebounds become real relationship. And I think honesty matters. But your emotional power cannot depend on hoping that another relationship fails. Your power must come from within, your growth, your regulation, your identity, your sense of emotional leadership. Because healthy reconnection is not built through desperation. It's built through true transformation. Practically speaking, what should you focus on if your ex starts to date someone else? First, stop monitoring constantly what they are doing. This obsessive checking keeps your nervous system activated, and you'll make a lot of mistakes. Second, separate your worth from their choices. Their relationship status does not define your value. It is very important for you to understand that. Third, you need to focus on rebuilding your center, what you can control, your routine, your health, your emotional stability, your sense of confidence. And you're going to do that not just to win them back, but to genuinely become a stronger, better version of yourself. Because if reconnection ever does happen, it needs to happen between two emotionally healthier people, not because of panic and avoidance. Here's something very important that I also want to share with you. Calmness will change your energy, and your energy will change your interactions with your significant other. And when people feel less pressure, less emotional urgency, less chasing, they often become more curious. Not always immediately, but over time. This is usually the moment when people realize that they need more than hope. They need structure. Because staying emotionally grounded in these dynamics when your ex is dating someone else can be extremely difficult to do, especially alone. And if you need help navigating this, understanding exactly where you stand and protecting your self-respect, in order to rebuild attraction the right way, in a healthy way, please know that you can connect with me and my team through the link below. A discovery session is simply an opportunity for us to better understand you, your situation, and to explore together whether private coaching would be genuinely helpful so that you can reach your goals and to move forward in a healthy way. And if you're still in a state of shock and you need help to begin to stabilize things, take this opportunity to get all the support that you need. Eventually, sometimes, when people don't approach things the right way, they end up getting blocked. No response, no access, no visibility. And when that happens, panic sets in on an even more profound level. And that's why in episode 4, we're going to address what to do when your ex blocks you everywhere. Because unfortunately, that can happen. And being blocked everywhere does not always mean what you think it means. It does not mean that you've been replaced or that they're with someone else or that all hope is lost. But it does mean that you need to check yourself. And you need to face certain truths so that you can truly approach this process in a healthy way. So if you want that clarity, I look forward to continue to explore these ideas together around healthy reconnection in the next episode. And I will see you in episode 4.